film, The Artist. I'm just gonna start off with some basic things while people filter in. Yeah. So to begin with, a couple things about the film is to start off with, how was the process, or how is it made? Um, it started off first in the beginning of me having an idea in the middle of this quarantine, and I wanted to create something where I could include all my fellow artists and everyone with me. Um, but I didn't know a way to do that because we had to be apart. So I started coming up with jot notes and ideas of this idea of four chapters, and what we experience when us humans and artists create. Like what we experience in the beginning, the idea we get from the negative thoughts that fill us, and then I slowly weave that into a storyline. From there, it was really easy to start thinking of costumes and ideas, but it was the action of me reaching out and using everything I've learned. Since today is my birthday, everything I've learned from the past 15 years to like really fully be into what I was creating. So it started off with me asking a couple people, reaching out to everyone I knew, and then from there it blew off. So I got so many responses, and I'm so excited and to share this with you guys today. And I'm so thankful for the artists and the dancers and movers that were in this video. Why did I create it? I created it just to show and express this time that we live in right now, and to really be at one with and connect the dancers in our community. Um, I invite you to enjoy the film. A couple notes before we begin is, in the very beginning, it is silent, just so you don't worry that there's no volume. Yeah, I invite you to listen into the speech that is said and the message and the small but very impactful actions in the film. I really tried to plant little like ideas and things that would give a different idea to just dance itself. So scenery, silence, movement, sound, just loving it all. So yeah, I invite you guys to really look into everything, enjoy it, and just checking in the chat if anyone has questions. Hey Vanessa, hey Maria. Before we begin, let's see. I'll wait till 9 o'clock. So yeah, does anyone have any questions before we begin about the? Hey Alex, anything about the film or the whole process of making it? Let's see. Hey Julia. Also, something to add about the process of it was the whole process of it was very it was not hard, but it was like just having that, like, that feeling of, will it work out, like what's going to happen next, because since we are in quarantine, my resources were pretty limited. So I really had to use like what was inside my head, like the vision, to like power through everything. So reaching out to people was scary, some people I didn't even know, but the end outcome and the result was really, it was really loving to see all these beautiful humans and movers come together, ones I hadn't talked to in 3 months. Just using, even though we were so distant and everyone's clips were different, really being in the same sort of storyline, it tied us all together, and I really loved how that worked. Hey Paige, hey Emily, hey Michelle. Yeah, as I was saying, like the whole idea and the process of it, it was a roller coaster to go through, but it was something that I really enjoyed too. And I really loved working with all the artists and getting input. Filming it was fun. We went into the woods and the meadows, stopped off highways, and just explored what our surroundings were. Hey Megan, what inspired the music? I knew I wanted something that, like, instruments and musics that wouldn't overpower um, the film, but something that really went along with it, and it felt like the music was already within the environment we were in. So I didn't want it to take away from all the beautiful things that were happening. So I think there's 5 sounds to the song. Yeah, and really, I was on Spotify, I was on everything trying to pick out music, and it was these 5 songs that each had its own points within the 4 chapters, and they each had their own special meaning to me. Each represented different emotion, which is why I love them so much. Yeah, that was the process of the film. Any more questions? Let's see. Let's see. What else? Before we begin, I'll let a couple more people join in. I'm so excited to share this. Like I said in the beginning, it's in this time that we live in, unprecedented times, we have to find that idea and that spark in us that allows us to create. We were kind of put on pause. So this whole idea of creating and getting used to what we're doing really allowed me to like express this in a whole different way. Something that I looked into this quarantine was film. It allowed me to connect dance and movement all together. So yeah, I was really happy that that idea in my head worked together, and I was so happy that that was a thing. Yeah. Let's see. Why did you incorporate nature for the film's theme? Um, I think I incorporated nature because yes, very modern, minimal ideas would also fit the process, but I feel the idea of everyone being in the um same environment and same like because nature is one, we all can look into nature, we all can live it, we can all express it and be in it. So I think having that, even though we were all in so many different places, it really tied us in together and allowed us to be together. Even though we're all watching this from our own screens, it allowed us to stay connected in this time of quarantine. My favorite process, I'll answer a couple more before we begin. My favorite process of this was, I guess, the I think it was the parts, even though it was the most tedious, it was the parts of editing. So being like really seeing the film at the very end and capturing everything. I think that was one of my favorite parts. Yeah. Before we begin, like I said, just for some new viewers, that in the beginning there is some silence. So just yeah, you have nothing to worry about with volume. Enjoy. I invite you to look at all aspects of the film. Try to find messages and ideas in you that you can grasp onto and connect to your own lives. I'm really excited to share this and stay on after to hear and ask me a couple more questions once you've watched it. Thank you, and get ready to watch the film called The Artist.
As we walk on this journey we call life, we stumble, we fall, we collide, and we hopefully get back up again. Inside these episodes, a hair of light begins to fall from our universe, landing and mixing itself into our fields. Every time we think we fall and lose, This light heals and aids our bodies, whispering, "You're okay." Time after time, this hair of soothing light begins to change the lenses on our eyes, focusing and changing shades until our perspective has cleared. Soon, this light that we thought was dark and ominous nurtures us with its powers. We wake up from our sleep with legs of giants, experiencing a new level of life. What we do with this knowledge is up to us. Will we guide and take others on their journey? Will we address the pain, or will we stay frozen in a life assembled with fear and suspicion? This is only up to you. You have the hands that hold the key of your destiny. Obtain it.
Je te laisserai tes mots en dessous de ta part, en dessous de la mur qui charme, tout près de la place où tes pieds passent, cachés dans les trous d'un temps d'hiver. Et quand tu es seul pendant un instant, ramasse-moi quand tu voudras, ramasse-moi quand tu voudras, ramasse-moi quand tu voudras.
The beginning life of an artist. We wake up feeling a spark, a sensation of drive, allowing our mind's visions to ripple through us, creating room for the adrenaline to push us to create. We wander, we ponder, we experiment putting ourselves out there, but in the end, worrying and holding the expectations and beliefs, our work will fail and not fly. All because we second guess our work, art, passion, and uniqueness, as that is what it is to be an artist, to be cool, original, out of the box, right? What is the exact expectation of the ideal artist? All this is what makes our inner creativity disintegrate. Having that expectation and force, yearning to be the best. The truth is, yes, Being unsure is part of the process, but it's also what makes you, you. The beginning journey for us is always challenging, but to be outside of the box, you must start inside first. Connect with you, understand what your purpose is, allow your power to infuse itself into your field. Let it inspire and drive your work. There is no exact definition of the best or uniquest artist, but there is such thing as the pure you. That pureness is what makes up your art. It's what defines and symbolizes who you are. That only you can unleash that. Only you can accept this. Once you believe 100% in you, will you start to see your world and work flourish. As that is what it means to create, what it means to be an artist.
La bandera de Alemania tiene 3 ampollas mansas llenas de florigramas en sus pies, y se llaman Staebroschka. Mira cómo va a enseñar, mira cómo van a enseñar. La bandera de California tiene 10 piernas rotas llenas de tus tiernas gotas que salen al revés, salen al revés, salen al revés, salen al revés. Y a nosotros nos gusta así. La bandera de Asila que se ve desde la Medina es osada y divina pa' mi corazón, cora, 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 pa' mi corazón, cora, 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 cora. Y aunque la gente es pobre, saben vivir feliz.
Coño, la cagué.
Bandera, 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 bandera. Todavía falta una más, una bandera, la bandera de vida y muerte es parte de toda la gente al cruzar por el puente o pasaje lunar, pasaje lunar, pasaje lunar, lunar, lunar. Antes de llegar al reino del sol, a tu manera, sino con bandera. mantequilla, dame mantequilla, tráeme mantequilla, dame mantequilla, tráeme mantequilla, con mantequilla. Yo soy baby, tú eres baby, dame mantequilla, tráeme mantequilla, 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 dame mantequilla.
In every endeavor, you'll always encounter the devil that dances on your back. When things are bright and beautiful, darkness counterbalances your journey. Don't be fooled. This is not to hurt you. This is to teach you about all the characters that you'll meet on your path, and how to be at one with each personality, including yours. The trick is never to run from your shadows, but to become your own hero and use what fears you to aid and support you. Don't hide from the devil that dances on your back. Make friends with it so you can slay it once and for all. So now we've reached the end. Now what? What is next for this new chapter of life? What will you do with this new information you hold? Will you let it lead, inspire, and create masterpieces? Or will you let the dark shadow take over in fear? All lessons and experiences allow us to grow into new, wiser souls. Although you must be ready to see it all, feel it all, and accept it all. We must cherish and love each and every bit of ourselves with no expectations. These 4 chapters of time allow you to see what you can hold for you. If you are ready to step inside of your new body and love it all, move forward in this moment of time. No one or nothing can stop you. Because once you do, you open just the beginning of something so marvelous. You open the beginning chapter of the infinite, aligned artist in you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy. Before we leave, for some of you guys who are still on the chat, just any questions or anything that you thought of during the process of watching it, I'd be happy to answer them. Also to add, if you like this whole idea of creating and experiencing in this time of quarantine, and not just quarantine, anywhere, I invite you to come watch this new project and ideas. I will be presenting films like this on Patreon. It's a platform where artists can create content and just do what they love, where anyone from the world can simply donate as simple as they want to how big as they want, and just really keep in touch and learn art, life, whatever it is that they're expressing through their perspective. There's different bases, so the link will be in my bio and my website at Action Twist. I see there's some comments rolling in. Um, um, yeah, the effects and everything. This is all new to me, so I've just been learning along the way. Really, what inspired this was a little thought, an idea I had in my head, and as I went along, it was the artists and movers around me who created and just added so much, even though we were so far apart. Just seeing and watching their films, their videos and clips set one idea to another into my body, which then made me want to create even more. I'm so happy and so thankful for everyone who participated in this, everyone who supported this. I'm so grateful that this vision in my head was able to be shared with you guys, especially on my birthday today. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone. Let's see if there's any more questions. Yeah, thank you guys so much. It was everyone a part of the process that made it work. From my beginning times in movement, just learning every day, and especially in this time right now, learning to adapt to a new lifestyle allowed me to step into these new shoes and see and ask myself, what can I do to create and do what I love? This was film, so this is the way I could express to you guys and share what I love most. So to end it on that note, I'm so thankful for you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. I will be uploading this film on Instagram TV and YouTube. Please share this. And yeah, share this new platform, Patreon, that I'm so excited to be working on. It's going to be great, and I'm so excited to use this now to move on and work with so many other different people. I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate